Oh. First things first, I'm coming to you from my brand new camera. I got an Action 4 DJI camera. Know nothing about it. And we're about to test out the sound quality. We're about to test out the visual. Make sure all of it works, but I won't know until you guys let me know in the comments. By the way, if you want to see more of me and my wacky, not even adventures, my wacky life, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and leave me comments. I love talking to you guys. It makes my day. So let's journey into this mess. And then I'm gonna kind of give you guys a little backstory as to why I live in an apartment. If you haven't been following along, it's not where I want to be, and we're gonna fix it. But if you have been following along, I'm back at my apartment. And I'm a spam call. There's a story about how much longer I possibly will be here and what my future plans look like. Now, I've been standing here talking to myself the whole time thinking that you guys were with me. You weren't. I was talking to myself for a while too. I'm excited about this one. Don't know how it's gonna turn out, but we'll just trial and error. What are you gonna do? Cream cheese filled banana bread. I'm gonna squish my bananas first. Actually, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning and started looking up recipes because I feel like I've neglected the cooking, which has become a really fun part of doing this. I never expected that. I need some tools. I'm gonna keep on cooking. That's not working either. Dumb. What am I gonna use? Okay, we're getting it done. Trucking right along. Now I'm gonna add the egg. Wash my hands. All right, half a cup of brown sugar. Yep. Right. Fourth a cup of sugar. Hope y'all can see me. I'm not even paying attention to you. Don't mean to not. Sugar. Gonna give it a stir. Fixing to have to use some of that elbow grease. And half a cup of melted butter. That's a lot of butter. One stick of butter, that's a lot of butter. Butter. Fourth go. Yes, I'm measuring. Oh my gosh. I just realized I was measuring. Only because I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't have very many kitchen utensils. I'm very, very basic. I have enough to survive. Guess I need to start looking into investing into easier functioning kitchenware. Teaspoon of vanilla, pour with love. Oh. That's not. Crap. Crap. Dang it. Oh, it didn't get on me. Alright, please hold. I gotta clean this up. It's on the floor. No. just happens to be stained on my counter, so Mr. Trusty Handy Dandy, Mr. Clean scrubbing pads. Fun fact about these Mr. Clean pads, or Mr. Clean in general, when I was little, one of my earliest childhood memories was going to the grocery store with my mom and my grandma, and she asked me to grab some product, Mr. Clean product, off the bottom shelf. And I went to walk up to it, and I reached for it, and she's like, no, be careful. He's gonna bite you. And she told me this really long story about how Mr. Clean bit her when she was trying to pick something up off the shelf. And so I know I'm 45 and my grandma's passed away, but to this day, I mean, I was like 2. I was so little. And that's one of my fondest memories of me being with my grandma. So yeah, fun fact. So now every time I see a Mr. Clean product, I'm like, he bit my grandma. And people think I'm crazy and they look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm like, no, he bit my grandma. And she told me it happened, so it happened. So yeah, there's that. It's a lot of fun. Memories come up for me that are a lot of fun. Okay, so let's continue in this disaster we started to create. Cup of flour. A half a teaspoon of baking soda and a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Those have to be measured. They're disgusting. I wonder if I forgot anything. I bet I forgot something. Because of a debacle. This part of it's done. Now we're gonna do the cream cheese part. Cream cheese, a large egg. Ugh, come on. So messy. It's gonna take me longer to keep on washing my hands than it is to record this whole thing. 4 ounces of cream cheese. So it's only half of this thing and I let it sit all day. So I'm just gonna dump it in here. Actually, I'm just gonna use the whole thing. Can't go wrong with cream cheese. Unless it's gonna be gross. Nope. Ugh. 1/4 cup of sugar. So now we're just going with love. Don't know how much that was. Don't care. I don't need very much flour. Yes, there it is. Never made a cream cheese filling before. I've also come up with this theory. If you put your food in your mouth and you suck on it, it dissolves the calories. That way, whenever you swallow, you're no longer swallowing calories, you dissolved them. Makes me feel better about eating junk. Okay, so for this part, you just pour half of it into your pan, put your cream cheese on top of it, and then cover the other half. Easy peasy. I got a noise complaint today on me. Girl below, never met her. Apparently she called and said I'm super duper loud, like really early in the morning, which I don't get up really early. I do at 7, but that's not like what she made it sound like. And that I'm stomping and making loud, very loud noises late at night, which I know that's not true because I've been going to bed at like 9, so, or at least getting off work and then going and hanging out in my bed until I fall asleep. So I'm not a stomper. I also don't wear shoes around the house, and I know what it's like to listen to that up there. So I try to be mindful of the ones below me. I have to switch legs. And so when they told me that I got a noise complaint on me, I started laughing and didn't understand where it was even coming from. I was like, well, tell her I'm sorry. I said, but there's nothing I can change. I'm already doing as much as I can. That way I knew I wasn't being loud. So great. Now I know that whenever I see her, I have to apologize, which I didn't do anything wrong, but I will. That was just a little side note. All right, half of it. Don't drip. Ooh, nice. That got thick. Pour this on top. This one's gonna be so ugly. Awful. Oh well. Let's get this bad boy in the oven before it doesn't work out. The other day, I was coming in the kitchen looking for a snack, and I kept opening the fridge, and I was seeing this little bag. And I thought, well, I just made banana bread not too long ago, and I had chocolate chips left over, and then I would forget that that's what I wanted, and so I'd walk away. Well, then I'd come back, open the fridge door, see this little bag. And I did it for a couple of days. And finally I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to grab that right now. So I got in here, grabbed it, went to open it, it's bacon bits, not chocolate chips. I wanted chocolate so bad, so I just ate bacon. I don't know. I was very disappointed. Okay, so I thought I would sit down with you guys, which we haven't chatted in a while, and give you the rundown as to why I'm in an apartment in the first place and what my future plans are. And I'm super, super excited about them. Let's start with why I'm in an apartment in the first place. I had a house and my kids lived with me. My kids grew up and they moved out. And once my kids moved out, empty nest syndrome hit hard. Very, very hard. I was that mom that was 100% involved in my kids' lives. Their school, their sports, band, running them around, everything. I did all of that with them, for them. I've spent over 12, 15 years in bleachers watching football and wrestling and soccer and you name it, I did it. So when the kids grew up and moved out, they took all that noise and chaos with them. And that is something that I became accustomed to, was the noise. Wake up first thing in the morning for school, the kids would throw the radio on, and it was a dance party every morning before school. We had such a good time. They all were so close in age that it was back to back to back. I just moved out and I hated every bit of it. And you sit and you think, oh, when the kids move out and the kids, get out of my hair, it's going to be this fantastic life. I'm going to do what I want to do now. My life is back, or I'm going to build my life back. But it wasn't. My world completely revolved around my kids. When they left, they took my world with them. And so I had this house. It was a big 3-bedroom house. I didn't need it. And the best thing I could do was I sold it and I moved into an apartment. And in the same town that my kids all moved to. They moved 15 miles down the road. It was nothing crazy at all. My oldest went up to Fayetteville and went to college, but my other 2 stayed around this area. So I sold the house and I got an apartment. So I went from being in the country, mowing my own yard, taking care of all of my own stuff, everything that house stuff needs, I was doing, to live in an apartment, having to put everything I own in a storage unit, which I've had for 3 years now. So then I went to start looking for houses again to get out of here. I only had a 1-year plan of being in here. And I was going to find something on the outskirts of town, outside city limits, with no neighbors. And rates went up, skyrocketed. And living on one income, I couldn't afford a house payment with rates being insane. And so 3 years later, rates are now starting to fall. So since rates are falling, my lease is up in July. I've got 9 months, 8 months left. And this gives me plenty of time to start looking for land and my own little, possibly tiny house or cabin on my own little piece of heaven. That's my goal. That is my future plan. Things just are falling into place for me, even though it was rough, but I have a goal. I really have a goal. So now that rates are falling, hopefully significantly, I'll be able to afford land and a place or whatever happens by July. Having one income is tough. I make good money and I make enough to pay for what I've got. And yes, I could downgrade, but I mean, I'm fine the way things are. So it's okay. So with that said, me going out to the mountain and putting myself in an environment that was a little tougher than living in an apartment, which is something that I personally knew I could do. I didn't know the extent of the daily work that went into everything that they do out there. But I knew I could do it. I knew I was capable of doing it, and that was never an issue. So what I found that I took away from there was more knowledge and being really proud of myself for being able to do everything that I did out there, which is a lot of fun. And the path that I'm going to go down now, I'm extremely grateful for everything that I was taught, all the knowledge I was given, all the support to be a better individual and strengthen my skills of what I already knew I could do. I took it on and I feel like I accomplished it, even though it was very short-lived. But I took on a lot, and I did a lot, and I learned a lot. I mean, heck, I took on a whole new career, a whole new job, and that was not in the plans. This was not even on the radar. But I feel like I was given really good knowledge. I was given really great support, and I hit the ground running. And so I'm extremely grateful for the time that I got to spend out there. Extremely grateful for everything that I was taught, all the time that was put into me. There you have it. That is my plan. There's my goal. And that is why I live in an apartment. And believe me, it's not by choice. I mean, it is by choice, but then economy killed me. And so here I am, still stuck in an apartment. But I am a very firm believer that everything works out the way it's supposed to. You just have to be very patient, which I don't have. No patience at all. So that's where we're going with this. I've already been searching for land. I was online looking a couple nights ago and I found really cool places. Now I just have to decide how much further out I can be. Can't be too far from the grandbabies because they're getting bigger and accidents happen and my kids always are going to need me. But I also have to find a place where there's going to be Wi-Fi. Since I work from home, I have to be able to have the Wi-Fi in so I can keep my job because I really like my job. So, well, there you have it. There is all my reasons. That's it. It was about the kids and now it's about my future. Oven just went off. Let's see if our bread is done. Okay. So that's a lot more cream cheese than I thought it was going to be. But again, trial and error, right? But I'm definitely going to eat this one right now. All right, guys. It is that time of the night where it is my bedtime. I am going to eat my snack and get ready for bed, go lay down and watch a movie. But If you try this out, let me know, because I'm really interested on your take of it. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave me comments so we can talk. Let me know if you guys want me to try something else. I am willing to try whatever homemade. It may not turn out, but I don't have a clue. So, y'all have a good night. Thank you. Bye.